Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Not here. We're back with another video. We've got a special one for you today. We've got the first footage of MLB The Show 23 gameplay. Now, if you guys weren't in the feature premiere stream yesterday, they went over basically the new game mode that will be called Storylines. Storylines is going to be a game mode that we can play to learn the past of baseball, how the Negro Leagues were, some of the legends in the Negro Leagues, and it's actually so cool that this is going to be on the game. A lot of people, including myself, don't know who a lot of these people are. Really, the only guy that I'm most familiar with is Jackie Robinson, and I'm sure everybody else is the same way. But I really love that they're going to be putting this in the game. It's going to educate all of us on how this used to be and help us learn about some of these legends that played baseball a long time ago. But anyway, starting off, this is a screenshot of the menu, I believe, what it's going to look like for the storylines mode. So each player is going to have its own storyline, and it kind of looks like this is kind of going to be like a documentary of each one of these players. And obviously in between those, you get to jump in and play with these guys and complete some moments, and in between those, it looks like you'll be getting Mr. Bob Kendrick. He will be narrating the entire thing, it seems like, and telling you the history of this player and all that good stuff. So this is where the gameplay comes in. They showed you a preview of Jackie Robinson, and then there was some gameplay of him playing. So let's roll that footage.
And now it's going to be Jackie Robinson. Maybe expecting a punt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Jackie Robinson had so much inner strength to endure the burden of being the first to cross the Major League Baseball color line. And the first pitch misses for ball one. At the belt and fires. And a foul ball. Chris, in his memoir, Jackie talked about the role that faith had in making him the man he'd become.
Yeah, he was teaching Sunday school every week at his church while being a four-sport athlete at UCLA. And his reverend from childhood became a mentor and longtime friend to him. It was a major touchstone in his life.
Ground ball left side, and that's just foul.
Those first couple of years in Major League Baseball, before Jackie was allowed to fight back, his self-restraint was
ripped on a line. Can't glove it cleanly. Now a long throw home. It's offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
All right, so there you have it. Let's go ahead and talk about what we saw here. First things first, we noticed the screenshot of Jackie Robinson in this Kansas City Monarchs uniform. In my opinion, they knocked it out of the ballpark with these uniforms. Uniforms look much better in 23. 22, they attempted to try to make those old school unis, but they didn't have that touch. You can see here the uniforms, the upper half of his body, the sleeves are longer. That's how they used to look back in the day. In 22, they don't look like that. He's got the collar on his neck. It just looks so much better in this game. So let's keep going. Couple takeaways here. One thing that I noticed, the bat sound is a little bit different. Sounds a little more realistic. Maybe the perfect is going to be changed this year. That would be cool. I feel like with the way this bat sounds, you guys can go back and listen to it if you didn't hear it. It sounds really, really good. But couple differences here. The UI on the left-hand side is a little bit different. We got a picture of Jackie Robinson with his stats there. And of course, the feedback for the timing and all that good stuff. Bottom right-hand side, the scoreboard is a little bit bigger. That scoreboard is not obviously the standard one. That's just the old school one for these moments. But it is bigger, so I wonder if the standard scoreboard is going to be a little bit bigger. But another thing we noticed is the fields. This is one of the Negro League fields. Very cool to see these. This really matches with the times. This is how those fields actually looked back in the day. And as you can see there, Jackie Robinson got a hit. You can kind of see the umpires as he's rounding the bases right there. When he slides in, you can see the umpire. He is in a full-on suit. That is how the umpires used to look back in the day. So that's cool that they did that. They also matched up the crowd. The crowd is dressed in different clothing. It doesn't look like your modern fans that you're used to seeing today. A The one thing I did notice about this gameplay is that the announcer is the modern announcer that we hear in everyday MLB The Show. I'm hoping that they're working on an announcer that fits with those times. Maybe they're just not done with it, because I feel like that's the one flaw that is coming out of this video that's really missing. So hopefully we're gonna see that. Hopefully there's like an old school sounding announcer. I think that would just make everything complete. But yeah, it was very good. Also, we got a preview of the videos that you're going to be able to see before you jump into these moments. Basically what this is going to be, it's kind of like a documentary. We've got Bob Kendrick right there telling you the history of Jackie Robinson, what he went through to get to the point to where he was, letting you know, he didn't just start as a Dodger. He started as a Kansas City Monarch. I didn't even personally know that. And I just feel like with these videos, having these for each one of those players is going to let you guys know the history of the game, and it's going to educate a lot of people. A lot of people that play this game now don't know the history of this game this far, and I personally, there's a lot that I don't know about this era of baseball, and I'm very curious to learn about it, and I can't wait to play through all of these and learn about each one of these players. And let me tell you, Bob Kendrick right here does a phenomenal job of talking through each one of these players. You would think Bob Kendrick met every single one of these guys personally, and he was best friends with him. He knew everything. He knows everything about these players. And then of course, before we go, they did reveal all of the players that we are going to be seeing this year. I'm not sure if they're going to add more players this year or not, but Ramon did say that they're going to be stretching this out over the next 5 years. There's a lot that they have to go over and a lot that they want to cover, and they're really on it with the detail, and they want to make sure that they get all of this right. So for the next 5 years, we're going to be getting these storylines and learning about every single one of these players. But in the stream, this is what the players that they featured. We'll start with Buck O'Neil. We got Hilton Smith, Hank Thompson, John Donaldson, Jackie Robinson, of course, Martin Dihigo. I think I pronounced that right. Hopefully I did. But this guy's special. I feel like he's going to be the best one out of all of them, and I will tell you why in a minute here. We've got Rube Foster, and then of course Satchel Paige. Going back to Martin Dihigo, I feel like this guy's going to be one of the best cards in the game. The reason why I say that is because when Bob Kendrick was talking about this guy, he basically said that this guy could do everything on the field. He said that he played every single position, all 9 positions, and he played them very, very well. So I feel like this might be the first player that we get in MLB The Show history that can play at any position. And then of course also Satchel Paige, I feel like is going to be one of the best pitchers in the game. Of course, he talked about Satchel Paige a lot and how great he was, and of course you can see it right there. It says the Negro League's brightest star. This was the biggest star of that league, and I feel like they're going to make this dude very, very good in the game. But again, it's cool to see all of these guys in the game and to be able to learn about the history of the game and how these guys affected the game that we know and love right now. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys saw in the gameplay video, anything that I missed. I am very satisfied with what we saw. The tech test is going to be coming very soon, so of course we're going to get more news when all of that stuff comes out, and I cannot wait to play the tech test. It's going to be so much fun. But boys, that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of here. Peace.